promise this year is that those boxes particularly will be connected to the internet, so there's a broadband connection. So that means you can have live dynamic layered content around the content. So it's a really interesting idea. This is, turn this down a bit. This is an opening we worked with Universal on Miami Vice, worked with Michael Mann and actually the group at Universal. This is the opening. I'm just going to scan through this. This is the opening while you're loading the film. But notice that at the end of this opener, it's showing a lot of layered content, kind of exposing and promoting the new things that are in there that you can. It's like we've done a lot of work in our company with enhanced television. This is like enhanced television, so things can happen dynamically with it. Some new interfaces that are dimensional, but I'll scan past that to ability to sort of mark scenes at the bottom and kind of manage your scenes, and you can mark interest in things, actually be products and things that are placed in there as well. But also sort of scene management being organized kind of visually at the bottom. And all these things are running over the video, over the movie, the content. Dynamic GPS information. For example, if you're expressing interest in seeing that, then you push a button and the screen pushes back a little bit in revealing a Google Earth, so you can see the location where that is. So we're trying to bring in these sort of layered enhancement, but that's dynamic, that's not pre-composited. And think of the things that you could extend in, depending on what the content is, that you could bring in other kinds of content, which I'll show you in a second for. Maybe it's around cast members. Here's a cast, this is the way we've been proposing sort of without the connection. Basically, you're bringing in information, you lift out characters from a scene, and maybe go to Jamie Foxx and get just a slight amount of information. But in the new world where it's connected, just as a good example of what I'm talking about, you can now lift out information, but back that up and play that again. There. So in this case, we'll do that same behavior and lift the characters out of this scene. But because you have a dynamic live internet connection to this system, now we can move past that and bring up, there's some new pictures available, there's some news items about either things about Jamie Foxx. I pulled these from his website. So the notion of almost taking the web and combining that, elements of the web graphically and combining that with the content that you're seeing the movie or the content itself. After the viewer has seen it a few times, it becomes a springboard to things and elements in that could actually expose and open up whole other areas and experiences that could have their own video and then the other things, so that there's an expanded view of what happens to the content when you do that. So those are just some examples I wanted to show. Okay. Thanks.